telling you about I will be telling you about JavaScript tutorial. So first of all, I would like to discuss my first JavaScript program. That is, in this you have to write doc type HTML. This is the basic thing which is recorded in everything. Doc type HTML. This is a syntax. That means document type, and the document type is HTML. That is hypertext markup language. So we start with the HTML tag. Then there is a body tag. Then there is a heading H2. My first JavaScript H2 close. Then there is a button type. Button, actually we are in JavaScript we always write the coding in the button part. So we write button type button on click. So this means that when we click on the button, what will happen? Document.get element by ID. So it will get element by ID, that is demo inner HTML. So the inner HTML will be reflected, and then the date would come, whatever the date of your system would be. And when you click me to display date and time, this would display on it. Click me, that means that is written on the button. Click me, and then there is a PID. PID is for paragraph ID demo, and paragraph close, and the body close, and finally HTML close. So if you see the next slide, that is the output. So the output would be like this: my first JavaScript, and this is the button, that is click me to display date and time. When you click on this button, the date and time of your system comes on the screen. Coming to the next, why study JavaScript? Now this is a very important question everyone would be thinking of, that why do we study JavaScript? So there are basically three things. That JavaScript is one of the three languages all web developer must learn. So if you want to become a web developer, you must learn these three languages including JavaScript. Number one is HTML, to define the content of web page. So HTML, that is hypertext markup language. This is very important to learn. So my next course will be based on this HTML. I will be explaining. CSS is very important to specify the layout of web page. Then finally is JavaScript, to program the behavior of web pages. Coming to the next program, the state JavaScript can change HTML content. So JavaScript can also change the content of HTML. Now how it's done? This is the fixed line, that is the syntax document exclamation mark, document type HTML, HTML tag open, body tag open. In this heading 2, what can JavaScript do? And PID demo, JavaScript can change HTML content, P close, button type button, and this I told you on the button only we write the coding of it, so that is on button. So we have to create a button, then we have to write it on click. Document.get element by ID demo inner HTML hello JavaScript. Click me would be written on the button, and then button close in the body, and finally closing the HTML tag. This is the output of the previous program we discussed. That is, what can JavaScript do? That would be written, and on the it will change hello JavaScript, and click me is written on the button. Then comes the next thing, which says JavaScript can change HTML attribute values. So it can also change the values of HTMLs. So in this, JavaScript changes the values of SRC. SRC stands is a short form for source attributes of an image tag. So document HTML, document type HTML, HTML tag open, body H2. What can JavaScript do? Paragraph, JavaScript can change HTML attribute values. So this is attribute values will be changed. This is the total program. In this paragraph we have written, and closing the paragraph. P tag is for paragraph. Again we open a paragraph tag, that is in the case JavaScript changes the value of source attributes of an image. Then on button we write on click document.get element by ID my image. My image is the name of the file. .src is for source is equals to this is the URL of the image, source image .gif. Turn on the light. So there will be a bulb, and the bulb image will be turning on the light with this. That is the bulb would start glowing with this line, and other line is for image source img src, it will this is the width of